Welcome to the No Cap Sports Show podcast. I am your host, Fredo.
Your co-host, Mo Money.
I'm your co-host, Mills Lane.
It's your boy, O-Dog.
There it is all day, every day, guys. Hey, yeah, we joining us tonight. Like I said, we got Coach Mo Sumter that's going to sit back and vibe with us tonight. And towards the end of the show, he's going to go ahead and introduce his new book that he got out in stores as of now. How y'all doing, fam?
What's going on, family?
Hey.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure.
Yeah.
Man, no, it's a pleasure, man. We've been trying to get, like I said, man, me and you've been trying to get this thing done for quite some time, man. So, again, like I said, it's an honor, pleasure to have you on the vibe with us and stuff like that. We're going to see what your sports knowledge is at the end of the day outside of basketball, man.
All right.
Look at me. Yeah, cool. We ain't going to even waste no damn time, man. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man. That damn Spence and Crawford fight, man. Let's talk about it, man.
Retirement zone. How y'all feel? Like, I seriously watched that fight, and once I figured out, okay, clearly there is an advantage with Crawford. I think he held back, and I love him more for it because he could have he punished him, but he could have really punished him and like put him down, and he didn't.
I agree. Like I'm still in a state of shock. We were
texting throughout the whole fight, so
I mean, for real. I mean, I just knew that I was looking good, and like I said, I didn't think about all the things that happened to Spence before the fight. I was just feeling myself, man, and for that to happen like that, it was just textbook. Just textbook domination. I haven't seen nothing like that in quite some time, man. I didn't expect it. I knew something wasn't right from the beginning because I'm like, okay, is Spence hot?
Yeah.
He was
way mellow.
Is it me or is Spence high? You know what I'm saying? Did somebody give him a couple of them gummies or some brownies or something like that? I didn't know what was going on.
Be careful with
right then and there, I knew my money was gone. I knew.
It's a 2-hour limit on them gummies and they kick in.
I think it's a cautionary tale that all money ain't good money, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you literally step in that ring, you could take years off your life. So
yeah,
don't play with it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody out there too that's like, oh, I take a hit from a professional fighter. That's what it looked like.
Listen, I don't know. I know we all different age ranges, but Coach Mo, I used to work for ESPN back in the day. Okay. And there was this fight, and I cannot remember who, but this is what I thought was going to happen. The guy from years ago that got beat up by some big fighter, when they interviewed him, he had been concussed and his whole speech pattern was messed up. Like he thought he was saying some clear sentences, but it was like, I thought that's what was going to happen to Errol Spence if they put the mic in.
What's up, Snowman Media checking in from Indiana?
Yeah, Snowman.
What you got, old dog?
I actually thought the fight was over with at the press conference. I love the way he carried himself. I love how he was talking when the gentleman from Spence's camp was talking sort of crazy, and then he was trying to explain to him like, hey, listen, it's bigger than that. Here it is. We got two young African American men coming together. We trying to be positive. And such and such, but the gentleman kept talking, and you can go back and look at it. So then Bud sort of changed his tone, and he started talking to him and was like, since you wanted that attention, I'm gonna give you the attention that you deserve. But more importantly, I'm gonna punish your man. And he kept telling him like that. And sometimes, you know what I mean? That's all that fire that you need as an athlete. You know what I mean? And things like that, or whatever the case may be. And then when he came out, and how he came out by himself at first with Eminem, you know what I mean, and let the music play, whatever. That's why I said in the text message, if we all remember, I called it and I said it's over.
You did,
just
bro.
that simple.
You did.
So when somebody has that mindset like that, I seen it with my own two eyes and was blessed to be around it for a very long time, and I knew that Spence didn't have a chance.
You called Eminem didn't rap though. He didn't get the extra check till after.
No, you got to pay a little bit different money for him. He didn't need to rap. It wasn't about it. It was about his presence. Eminem don't come out the house. It's about his presence.
True.
It's about his presence. You don't
with that beard though. I was like, who is that? I just was like, he ain't do
no
nothing
comment on that one.
He got me on that one.
Like,
I'm gonna let you have that one, Mills. You got it.
You got it. What you got, Coach Mo? What you think, bro?
I never thought Spence had a chance. I mean, I saw the interviews. I went back, and honestly, over the past couple of weeks, I went back and did my homework and watched a bunch of fights on YouTube with Spence and Bud. And I'm a big boxing fan. I grew up around the era with Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea's from my city.
Norfolk, Virginia.
Yeah, Sweet Pea's from my city. He trained my cousin growing up, so I had an up close and personal look with Sweet Pea. So I always been a big boxing fan. So. But what I am happy that they took the fight, because a lot of ducking and dodging going on with boxing for years, and I think it's killed the sport. The fact that they were in a commercial property versus like being on ESPN all the time, and the biggest fighters weren't fighting each other. So boxing was kind of dying until recently, as we see. They're on ESPN, they're on smaller channels now. You know, the guys are going head to head that should be going head to head. So I'm back in the mix. Lomachenko, my guy too, but. I hate that he took that L, but
he won that last fight, so we won't even get into that. I think he got into Haney. So I don't know what happened with that one, but that's for another show at the end of the day. To all the viewers and listeners out there, in terms of the Crawford and Spence fight, hey, what are your thoughts on it? Hey, and do you want to see a rematch? Tap in with us. Yeah, man. It's let me ask you guys this. Do you want to see a rematch? Because I just found out that Spence exercised a rematch clause. And I'm like, come on, Slim. I mean, come on, man. We didn't seen this story before, man. The hell you don't want a rematch? I'm not understanding that.
Yeah.
I don't.
I just want him to get out with his life. I want him to survive.
I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind. For sure.
You guys wouldn't mind?
I'm with you, Coach. I would definitely want to see. Now I'm not gonna pay for it this time, but I definitely would. I definitely would like to see it. You know, see how he come back. But at the end of the day, you know, you guys. I hear a couple of y'all talking about. Well, you don't want to see him get beat up and this and that. As athletes like that, sometimes we fall on our sword. Right. And that's what it's about. You know what I mean? We're gonna fall out on our sword. So I tip my hat to him. And I love the fact that he did exercise his, you know, his right to go back and fight him again. And then if he got any little bit of pride, he gonna train harder. He gonna do some things, change up a little bit, and he gonna put on a better show. I don't think he's gonna win. Yeah, for sure.
And like I said, at 154 allegedly, right? At 154, they fought at 147. So he's going to exercise it at 154. I think it's up to Crawford if he wants to stay at 147 or 154 at the end of the day.
Whose advantage is that to go up? I'm not sure.
I would say Spence, but
neither. They both want to fight at 154.
Okay. I would say you're right. I would say neither, but you know, I mean, in the past, I would say Spence. The problem that I had with Spence, guys, he was like a sitting target. And it was so easy for Crawford just to set up everything off them punches, man. Yeah. It was just like, I mean, it was just that easy. And you can look at Crawford looking like, damn, this is what he gonna do. You just gonna sit there, you know what I'm saying? And you just gonna let me counter with that, you know what I'm saying, that overhand right jab. It was open all night long, man. And I didn't see any type of adjustments whatsoever. Now I was talking to my cousin. He was like, nah, his corner was telling him what to do. His corner was telling him the game plan. He wasn't listening. I don't know. Maybe I missed that
the whole fight.
I mean,
he looked stuck.
To be honest with you, I watched a lot of Errol Spence fights. That's not the Errol Spence that I saw coming up. You know what I mean? When you got two detached retinas, allegedly, I know one for sure. But if you got
Joy Hunter, I like your perspective. Hey, thank you. I don't know if you're talking about me or one of the guys or whether it's Mills or whatever, but we appreciate it anyway at the end of the day.
That's my big sister right there, man.
That's your sister. So she talking about she like your perspective then. Okay.
She's all-star Golden Apple of the Year, man. She's amazing.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Okay, so you two, in terms of Omar, Coach Mo, you would love to see a rematch.
Yeah, I just want to see a good boxing match, and like you said, Big Dog, you're an athlete, man. It's your first loss as a professional fighter. You're an athlete. I gotta think he's going to be at least better next time. I would just a little bit better. But if you've watched Spence interviews and you listen to him, he has some brain damage. His words have been slurred for a while now. This is not like new to me. I saw him on the Pivot. Shout out to the Pivot, and his speech is clearly slurred and off. I saw it then, and that's why I knew he didn't have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my. But see, okay, you guys are making our point. I think that's the concern, though. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're sending them out on a dummy mission at the end of the day. I mean, you can't like you guys. I don't know if O-Dog said it or Mo said it. You can't play boxing at the end of the day. You can't play boxing, man. I mean, you can't, man. You can die up in that ring at the end of the day, man. I don't know, man. And actually, to be totally honest with you, O-Dog, I was actually somewhat upset at his trainer. I'm like, okay, how long? Look here, you know when your fighter don't have it at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, multi-fracture surgery and stuff like that a year ago. And I mean, you just seeing him out there getting pummeled, man. And I'm like, bro, okay, eight, man, throw in the towel, stop the fight. I didn't want to see it anymore, man. And trust me,
100%.
Yeah, I love gladiator sports all day, every day. But I just didn't want to.
I agree with you on that point. I definitely feel like they should have stopped the fight earlier. But like I said, being a former athlete long time ago, let me fall on my sword. That's what I signed up for, right? That's what I signed up for. So let me fall on my sword. Everybody talk about detached retinas and all this, or my brain, whatever. At the end of the day, he ain't no different than Sugar Ray and them when you meet them and talk to them, or Hagler or whoever else. So that's what you sign up for. It is that sport. When you sign up, they know what they're getting themselves into. And that's the reason why they get paid so much money, because of the lifestyle they are going to live after being an athlete like that and being in such a sport like that. So let him. He'll be good.
That's great perspective, bro. Tamari Joy Hunter said, "I feel that fall on sword sometimes. We must have growth mindset to train harder, develop our craft, and keep it moving." Yeah,
100%.
I feel you on that, old dog. That's cool. Like you said earlier, fool me once, I ain't paying for the second fight.
I'm not gonna pay for it. Hey, whoa, I'm not paying though. I'm gonna hit the bar. I'm gonna go hit the local bar. They got me. But the fight, to see all the hype and everything, it was definitely that whatever $80, whatever it was. I appreciate
$84.99.
There you
go. $84.99. Y'all gotta get that 5-stick.
Y'all got your sticks.
Y'all got to get that 5-stick, man. Y'all way behind times, man.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it.
You wasn't gonna say it, bro.
Hey, real talk though. Y'all fucking up the bag when y'all do it. That's why the big fighters ain't fighting. They need all that. They need the $84.99. They need.
I need the $84.99.
They need it, bro. They need it. I want all the big fights to happen. That's the only reason I'm joking. I probably would pay for the rematch because I want to see more fighters get in there and fight each other.
Great point, Mo. Great point.
Undercards were pretty good, though.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was good.
Yeah, I like Pitbull Cruz, man. I would like to see him and Shakur Stevenson fight, but we'll see about that.
Murder him.
Did y'all see Zab Judah in the crowd?
I sure did.
Blast from the past.
Absolutely, man. Yes. Well, look here, man. We ain't gonna even waste no time, man. We about to get to this. We about to get to this football season, man. We got the NFL season right upon us, 2023-2024 season, man. And I want to ask you guys, starting with you, Mills. Hey, give us your NFL favorites to win by division. I know you got them.
You know I got a list. Hold on.
You go ahead, hit us with it.
All right. Let's start with AFC West. Obviously, Kansas City because they're the defending Super Bowl champions, and they got Mahomes and Kelsey. So let's say they got this in the bag. All right. AFC East, y'all know I love Buffalo. Coach Mo, I'm a Cowboys fan at heart. Don't
Me too. It's all love.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
My man.
Hold on. You a Cowboys fan, Coach Mo?
Come on.
But I do love Buffalo. So I'm gonna go with Buffalo or Miami. Now that's kind of a dark horse for me. Coming out of the AFC East. And I know their cornerback got hurt. Is his name Jalen Ramsey? Is that the
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm interested to see how the Jets do. I don't love Aaron Rodgers, but we'll see. He's still got some life in him. NFC East, Philly. I'm gonna just give it to him.
That's why I love you. I respect that.
I mean, it is what it is. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
There you go.
Cowboys, got DeMarcus out here singing bad on the TV, apparently.
No, he got himself singing bad. He retired.
I know. All right, so NFC West, San Fran all day. But a tight second, the Seahawks, because they ain't scared. Okay. I'm just gonna put it that way. And I like the quarterback for the Seahawks. I want to give him another shot. AFC Central, Baltimore, Cincinnati. Omar, Baltimore, Cincinnati. But I'm leaning towards
Baltimore. Moving on to Cincinnati.
NFC Central, I'm hearing Detroit since who is out? Since Aaron Rodgers is gone, I'm hearing Detroit might look good. So that's gonna be my pick. We'll see.
Okay.
NFC South. I don't know. I mean, New Orleans. I'm just gonna go with New Orleans. South, I really like Trevor from Jacksonville, so I'm gonna go with him.
Okay.
Or Tennessee, but I'm gonna say Jacksonville. Is that all of them? East, Philly. Yeah, that's all of them, I think.
Okay. Did you cover NFC West?
NFC West, San Fran.
Okay, bad. Okay. All right. What you got, Mo? Money?
In the AFC East, I'm gonna go with Miami. Jalen Ramsey will miss a portion of the season. I think they'll be all right. I like the explosiveness on offense.
Tua though, how many times he got to get hit in that head again? Like
that's what make me nervous.
Talking like we just was talking about boxing.
I don't like Buffalo's chemistry. I don't like Buffalo's chemistry. Anytime Stephon Diggs let you in the locker room talking about he need more balls, all receivers say that, but some of the things he's doing is letting me know maybe the locker room not what it needs to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Let's see. The AFC North, I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Okay.
I think he's the best quarterback in the division. Usually you're gonna lean towards the best quarterback, even though I just said 2 over Josh Allen, but it's chemistry there, I think. The AFC South, that's a pretty bad division. Coach Jacksonville.
By default.
By default, yeah. The AFC West, I'm gonna switch it up. You said who throwing the ball to him?
You
Mills throwing the ball.
I'm just saying,
Hey, I could get a wobbler about 20 yards.
Hey, Ryan Tannehill getting a lot of DBs paid. Ryan Tannehill getting all the DBs paid.
Yeah, I don't know how you got it. I don't know how you got a starting job, but okay, well, go ahead.
The AFC West, I believe that the Kansas City Chiefs will suffer from the Super Bowl hangover. And again, chemistry. Their defense is all right. When they're not playing Chris Jones, we're gonna see how that pays out.
Right.
He's their best defensive player. You got to keep him happy. That usually doesn't work out well, like for the team. But I mean, I think the Los Angeles Chargers, who kind of snuck in there last year, they got a pretty good offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore, who his time just ran his course in Dallas. Like sometimes you can have a great thing, but then players just fall on a deaf ear. So I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Chargers, and in the NFC East, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. It has nothing to do with my fandom. There has not been a repeat winner in the division since 2000.
That's factual.
You know what I'm saying? Like I believe the Eagles will make the playoffs, but they may not win the division. It's the same thing. I actually had the Commanders making the playoffs, so I think we'll get 3 to sneak in again. As long as the quarterback play is on point. I called the Giants a few years ago.
Right.
I'm telling y'all right now, as long as the Washington Commanders get decent quarterback play, they'll make the playoffs.
Okay.
The NFC North, I'm gonna go with the Bears. I think Justin Fields is probably the best quarterback in the division right now when you take Aaron Rodgers out.
What?
Yeah, I mean, who's better?
There's a quarterback in Detroit, man, that was putting up mad numbers, man.
Justin Fields.
So you talking about Jared Goff?
You see what he did last year? They have chemistry, bro.
Okay,
they have chemistry.
I stayed in Missouri for a little while. He's gonna have to show me.
Okay.
Let's go to the NFC South. I said the other division was bad. The AFC South, this is worse. Maybe the New Orleans Saints, because I don't know. Derek Carr might, I don't know. That's a pretty bad division. Anybody can win that division title, but I'll go with the New Orleans Saints. The NFC West, I'll go with the 49ers. I'm going to tell you the thing that scared me about the 49ers. Whenever for one, the Shanahan system that year 3 or 4, defenses tend to figure it out.
Right.
And it's not much to figure out. It's a pretty basic scheme. That's why all quarterbacks excel in it. So that year 3 or 4, unless he changes it up with Brock Purdy, I don't know. But again, the rest of the quarterbacks are suspect too. You talking about Kyler Murray, Stafford, and Geno. You really depending on Geno to have the same type of season he had last year. Right. I don't know if you have it in him. So those are my picks. I go to the 49ers, the Saints, the Bears, the Cowboys, the Chargers, the Jaguars, the Bengals, and the Dolphins. It's on tape, man. I can't take it back.
I know that's right. What you got, O-Dog?
I'm gonna keep it real quick. I like the AFC North. I like obviously Cincinnati, with the team chemistry and with the quarterback. Hopefully Joey B will be back soon. The AFC East, I like Buffalo. Mo made some points about Diggs, not as far as the chemistry and stuff like that. Right. That game when he went off, his targets, he was not getting targeted. And in anybody, if you are a competitor, right, you want to try to get the ball, especially when you are losing. It's a difference to go and make a scene and do this or whatever when you are winning. You've never seen Stephon say anything when you are winning, but to not even be targeted, right, and go in it's people. A lot of athletes do that all the time. A lot of times it's just not, where everybody can see it. A lot of times it's in the locker room, blow ups, this, that, or whatever. Stephon is a person that wears his heart on his sleeve. I've been blessed to work with him as well as know him a little bit. So that is the reason why, he went off or whatever the case may be. But you are 100% right. They do have to get that chemistry together. But I am going to go with Buffalo. Okay. AFC West, Kansas City, because you're right. It is a Super Bowl hangover. But when you have a coach that demands excellence, right? Yeah, you hang over, have your fun, do what you need to do. But when it's time to work, let's go to work. So I think Kansas City will be back in the running again. The AFC South, I love Jacksonville. I don't know, people talking about Jacksonville. I mean, they did upset a team last year and make it to the right. They did get to the front, yeah. So they went down there and pulled off an upset. In the NFC. Just simple. I like Philadelphia. I think Jalen Hurts is going to build on what he did last year. I love their defense still. They did lose a couple pieces, but they replaced them in the draft. They have a defensive end, basically is like University of Georgia North, right? With all the players that they got from University of Georgia.
Right.
Right. The NFC South, like you all said, it's a toss-up. Who knows? Probably TC Williams can get that division. Coach Mo, I heard you talking earlier with Mills, and my Uncle Carl is a TC Williams. He went to TC Williams. Carl Turner, Kobe's dad or whatever. So
yeah, he coached me.
Yeah. All right, no, he a legend. So so if Uncle Carl was coaching, definitely TC in the NFC South. But no, on record, I like Tampa because I like their defense. Okay. I like their defense or whatever. Okay. But the quarterback play is terrible, and it is what it is. In the NFC West, I like San Francisco. I love their defense. And Mo, you said one thing that's very important. You said that when hit the system, it's very vanilla, it's very basic. But sometimes when being an athlete, when I don't have a lot of things to think about and I can just fly around and make plays, that allows me to go play faster and make plays because I'm not thinking so much.
Jackie,
right? I can run that same system, or I can run them same plays and have 25 different formations, and we still running the same play, and I still have the same assignment. So sometimes when you have a simple system, but it allows you to play faster, you excel more. So I think you're right 100%. Those quarterbacks are playing well because it is a simple system, but it allows those guys to go out and play a little bit faster. So we're not doing breakout players or nothing yet, right? Just who we like. We're
going to do it after this. Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, that's my teams, and I stand on that.
Okay, Coach Mo. I'm not going to have you go through all the divisions and stuff like that. I tell you what, we're going to make it easy for you. Just give us your NFC, your NFC champion and your AFC champion.
Ooh, oh, yeah, he's just gonna chop me up like that, huh? All right. AFC, man, it's hard to go against the Chiefs, man. I tell you that. It's hard to go against the Chiefs. But just for the sake of just not saying the obvious pick, I get with you, O-Dog. I go with the Bengals, man. I want to see what the Bengals do.
Come on with me, man. Come on with me. It's room on the train. Come on.
That wide receiver core is pretty elite. You know, Joe Burrow is elite. I just think they have some pieces, and you know, when the team makes it there, they get a taste of it. I just believe that they got that taste of it, and they hungry. They know what it takes to get there, you know, and they just got to win that big one. So I'll go with Cincinnati on that, man. And listen, if it's one thing about me, man, if my team is in the hunt, I'm going with them. And my Cowboys are in the so Cowboys, Cincinnati, Super Bowl.
Look at Mo and Wheels. Look at all three of y'all excited.
I can't go against my boys when we this relevant. At least if we was trash, I'd be like, all right, we trash. Like, we don't have a chance, but we have a chance, and our defense is great. I think Dak can't have a worse year. So I think that combination of thing right there, just Dak being good, not even great, but good, and our defense performing. I think we got a real shot.
Tomorrow,
I always think we got a shot.
Yeah, I agree. But NFC East is anybody any year.
Tell them, Jackie, not them boys. All right, so let me go through mine right quick, man. Like I said, it's gonna be very brief. NFC East, I got Philadelphia Eagles. NFC North, I got Detroit Lions. NFC South, I got New Orleans. NFC West, I got San Francisco. AFC East, Miami. AFC North, Baltimore. I just think, look, no disrespect to your Cincinnati Bengals, dog.
It's all good.
I think Baltimore on something different this year, man. On something different this year, bro. Shout out to Cobra. I know he liking this. AFC South, I got Jacksonville. AFC West, I got Kansas City, man. I mean, like I said, to be the champ, you got to beat the champs, and I just don't see it in that division as of now. So I don't know. Good picks, guys. Like I said, I can't wait, man. All right, so let me go ahead and ask you guys this right here. Let me go ahead and get to this this other subject matter right quick. So NFL breakout player of the year. Let me start with you, Coach Mo. What do you think? Who is your NFL breakout player of the year?
Man,
just off the rip. I know you ain't had to study for it.
My NFL breakout player of the year. Hold on, is this like a player that on the rise, or who's just going to have a really good year?
Bro, both. Anyone you can think of, man. Like,
all right. You know what, man? I'm gonna go with a dark horse. D-Hop, man. I want to see D-Hop really get back in the mix. And
who did he go to?
He's with the Titans.
Okay.
I know he doesn't have a quarterback. I get that, but I want to see them. And he usually comes down with it. So maybe less of a breakout player, but somebody I want to see come back. Maybe a comeback player for me.
Okay, all right. I mean, that's what's up. Who you got, Mills? Who's your breakout player, huh?
I want to say George Pickens at Pittsburgh.
Okay, that girl knows her stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
But I do like Trevor Lawrence. I think this might be his time. I do like him, but I must say, be quiet, Omar. I do like him. Sunshine. Let's call him Sunshine. But George Pickens gets my vote.
Okay. Who you got more money?
Mills stole my thunder, man. I was about to say Trevor Lawrence, man.
Oh, I thought you gonna say George Pickens?
No, I ain't. Well, gonna say he ain't got no quarterback. But you know, my thing about him is Trevor Lawrence finally has a complete wide receiving core. Mm-hmm. He has a receiving tight end. People sleep on Calvin Ridley, and Christian Kirk is probably top 5 slot receiver in the game. So that receiving core is top notch.
Okay. All right. Who you got, O-Dog?
That's what I was just about to say. Calvin Ridley, listen to me. Calvin Ridley is going to terrify everybody in the National Football League. I don't care what DB is, healthy or not healthy. And that's why I went like this when Mills said Trevor Lawrence, because you guys are absolutely right. And sometimes sometimes as an athlete or anything, when you take something that we love and we are passionate about it and it's taken away from us, right? We come back. He's come. Trust me, I'm done. I'm not even going to all that. Calvin Ridley, done deal. I ain't saying nothing else. We'll talk about it halfway through the season. Guaranteed they're gonna get 1,300. Easy.
I love his route too, man. He runs some good routes too. Oh my God!
He finally got a quarterback. He finally got a quarterback.
He do. Yeah. My breakout player, like I said, I got Rashad Bateman, of Baltimore, wide receiver in Baltimore. I got him as a breakout player, and I did have George Pickens as well, man. I just that dude is super talented, man.
Y'all watch too much ESPN, man.
Who's throwing him the ball?
6'6"
watching ESPN highlights.
Who's throwing him the ball?
Get out of here. Y'all watching ESPN highlights.
Pickett the Pickens, man. Hey, that's not my squad at the end of the day, man. So I mean, I really like that. I just think he's ultra talented, man. I really do. I really do. I think he's gonna be on something this year, but like we'll see at the end of the day. Hey, let me ask you guys this: rookie that you're I guess that you want to see the most, or excited to see the most.
Bryce Young. Bryce Young.
She's taking all my thunder, man.
Why? I mean, just a young kid. I mean, Alabama. Like I can't. What else can we say? Like, but here's the thing: number 1 pick. Wait, was he number 1 pick?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
I'm going back in my brain, but no, just it's a twofold thing. Quarterbacks going number 1 don't usually come straight out the gate. Mm-hmm. So that's the downfall. But I'm a roll with Bryce Young. That's who I want to see.
Okay. All right. What you got? What you got? More money? I'm sorry.
I like CJ Stroud, man, the kid out of Ohio State. I think his size. I think he has a higher ceiling than most people really kind of gave him for. But so I want to see. I want to see Ohio State quarterback be successful. They throw a lot of them out there, and they've been up and down. Yeah,
they normally don't pan out for some reason. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if it's Brian Day's system or what. I don't know.
They look good in college, man. They usually got size, strength, arm. They usually have all the tools, but when they get to the NFL, it just hasn't quite, materialized.
Just ain't quite.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What you got, more money?
So if it's like a guy that you can't wait to see, is Bijan Robinson. I like his size speed combination. But if we're talking breakout rookie, I believe it's going to be Zay Flowers. I said that during the draft. He checks all the boxes. Great attitude.
Great pick.
And then he in a system where it's not much pressure. You know what I'm saying? You got OBJ out there. You got Bateman out there. Mm-hmm. And we know Lamar Jackson can get that ball down the field.
Okay. That's what's up. What you got, O-Dog?
I like Zay as well, but I also like another receiver that went later in the rounds. He's a 3rd round pick out of Houston. He went to the University of Houston, and he actually got drafted by the University of Houston with the young boy selecting his name is Tank Dell. That's his name.
Okay. I heard
when the quarterback got picked, when he found out he had not been picked yet, he made sure that day when he arrived in Houston, said, that's who I want. So I'm just telling you now, I like Zay and I like Tank. I like both those young receivers to go out and go crazy for sure.
That's what's up. Okay. He said, Tamara Joy Hunter said, rooting for the underdog Reese. Okay. All right. That's what's up. All right. So yeah, the rookie that I'm most excited to see is Emmanuel Forbes, man. Like I said, I liked him when he was at Mississippi State. Actually, just to let you guys know, he's a cornerback from Washington. Not trying to be a homer or anything like that, but I like this kid when he's at Mississippi State, man. He's just such a ball hawker and stuff like that. I am concerned about his size a little bit, but the heart make up the difference. A whole lot of difference.
Fred, can I ask you a quick question? Where did you see him? When did you see him play? He played for Mississippi State.
Hey, first of all, I'm an Alabama Crimson Tide fan. I want to put that out there on Front Street. And I'm everything all SEC. I like SEC football. Gotcha. I think it's the best division by far.
Gotcha.
So I look at a lot. Not only do I look at Alabama games, I look at SEC games. And like I said, he showed off a couple games that I seen him play, bro, this year.
Gotcha.
I'm with O-Dog. I ain't never seen him play. I just saw his
I don't get that chance.
You don't got the SEC network.
Nah, they played on the WB. Shit. I ain't get that channel, brother.
You ain't get that channel.
Get out of here. Yeah. I turned it. ESPN Deportes, all that. I don't get that. My bad.
Hey Fred, y'all gonna run a lot of zone? Lot of zone this year?
I don't know what,
because I hope he ain't running man.
Well, let me tell you something. I'm concerned about our linebacker core, man. But they saying, you know what I'm saying? They're saying that hold up, who said that? Paul McPherson. Hold up, bro. On that, cuz I don't like that. I'm not gonna repeat what he said, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead.
We don't even pay that type.
We're not gonna even
pay that no attention.
Yeah, okay. I apologize for that.
I wish you well, brother.
Yeah, exactly. So we're not gonna even give this cat his 5 minutes of fame at the end of the day. But it is what it is, man. But nah, hey Mo, don't even worry about that. But nah, Mo, yeah, I'm concerned about our linebacker core, bro. I am, like I said, our front. I'm not worried about that. In terms of actual secondary, I'm not concerned about that. But I am concerned about our linebacker core, man. It's just something that we didn't address, and obviously, I'm concerned about our offensive line. That's something that we picked up a couple pieces, but those are just pieces. You know what I'm saying? They're not game changers or anything like that. So let me see if I can get this guy. Hey, let me ask you guys this, man, right quick before we get to Coach Mo talking about his new book that he got out. I saw something on Billboard the other day that ranked Outkast the best rap group of all time. You say what to that, Coach Mo?
I'm a huge Outkast fan. Trust me, from day one. Like Outkast, he said Virginia in the song. I thought he was from Virginia. One of the guys said I was celebrating him, like crazy back then. But I'm biased, man, and I'm cool with it. I'm cool with being biased, man. I'm a Clips fan. So,
okay.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I'm a Clips fan, man. Don't get me wrong. I like Wu-Tang, of course, NWA. I even Slaughterhouse with Joe Budden and those guys in it. I'm a huge hip hop fan. So, but my number one, my personal number one would be the Clips. I'm a Virginia guy. They speak my language. They use the slang I used growing up. Their first video was shot across the street from where my family lives.
Wow.
So, I had a real identity. And it's funny because I was living in Alexandria at the time and nobody really knew much about Southern Virginia. So the Clips kind of brought all my stories I've been telling for 2-3 years to life, about how I grew up. So it was, they got a special place, but I respect Outkast. I wouldn't frown upon anyone making that as their number one.
That's what's up. Oh, dog, do you agree with that, man? In terms of
I've been rocking with the Clips for a long time. I like the Clips. Played with a couple guys from down there in that 757, that Tidewater area. But my personal favorite is Mobb Deep. So So just anytime you can put on an album and just press play and let it play out, say no more. So I'm a Mobb Deep. I like Mobb Deep. That's
what I'm talking about. What you got, Mo Money?
I mean, Outkast, they along with the Ghetto Boys and a couple other groups, they put the South on the map. However, for me, coming from where I come from and what my mind was at the time, it was UGK for me.
Hey, Houston.
Pimp C, Bun B, they kind of shaped the culture. I like 8Ball and MJG.
Yeah,
I like 3 6 Mafia, definitely. They still shaping the culture. But I mean, it's a lot, man. I hate when they do things like that. It's like the ghosts in sports, man, because you can go back to the Furious Five, like, you know what I mean? Run DMC.
EPMD.
Yeah, EPMD. We talking group or duo, Eric B and Rakim. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's tough. Public Enemy, like Leaders of the New School. So it's tough when you start talking and you singling it out. Like, what are we talking? Album sales, you know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
It is what it is.
It is
a great choice.
All right, Mills. We had to end it with you. All right. What are your thoughts about that?
I love Outkast. I've seen them live. I wish they would come back together. But ain't nobody say Tribe. Like, what we doing?
It's so many of them. That's what I'm saying.
There is. I agree with Mo talking about, it's like the GOAT in any sport. You can't pick just one, you know, like, but I love Tribe. And I love everybody. I love the South Side. I love all of it. You know, I love, West Coast. I love all of it. So I do like Outkast a lot. But Tribe Called Quest might be my reign supreme. I love Mobb Deep in college, like circa 1995. Like, listen, Union Campus, 1995, Mobb Deep. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Mobb Deep, like I said, man. Hey, old dog, man. Same thing, bro. I love Mobb Deep all day, every day, man. I can, like you said, I can just play it and just let it go, bro. And I don't think they did a bad song ever. I'm sorry. I can just listen to it all day, every day, man. But like I said,
wait a minute. What was the group? Oh my gosh, Ohio.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah. It goes exactly. It goes back to what Mo said. It's not fair when you. It's not fair when you do that. And I'm like, I mean, come on, Billboard. Should you be picking these people? I mean, come on, man. I mean,
if it's Billboard, it's probably album sales. You know what I mean? Like, it's be album sales. Because if you talking about selling records, like Outkast, they sold a lot of records. You know what I mean? And they probably outsold like Mobb Deep and some of these other. But I mean, with that, I can't believe they would outsell Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody say Wu. Yes, love Wu-Tang too.
Yeah, exactly, man. You
for sure. Nah, I need that. Nah, Wu.
Yeah, you did. He did.
Yeah.
They raised me too well not to say Wu.
Absolutely. Well, look, Coach Mo. We know you got a book out. It's called "Do It for the Culture: Achieving Maximum Mental Performance." We want you to go ahead and, like I said, tell the viewers and listeners about your book, and not only that, where they can purchase the book as well. And what drove you to, to create this or to write this book as well.
Well, what inspired me to write it? I was at Virginia State a couple years ago coaching 2017, 18, 19, where we went 54-9 over the 2 years. We broke one record, then broke the record the next year. And we just had a really good team, but something stuck out when the coach was saying, Coach Lonnie Blow, legendary coach in the CIAA. He kept saying something, the culture. We need the culture slipping. And I at the time I hadn't really identified the culture and what it meant to a team, but he kept saying it, and it really hit me like a lightning. One night I was sleeping, I popped up and I was like, I'm gonna help restore the culture. That's gonna be my goal. So I began doing research, reading, YouTube. Every inspirational speaker you ever heard of, Eric Thomas to all those dudes. I watched videos and just took notes on things that kind of align with the pillars. You know, we have 7 pillars. For example, selflessness, small circle, championship effort, time management, discipline, things like that are just consistent that I've seen over a bunch of different cultures. And I've been blessed to be a part of a lot of good teams with amazing coaches. Top to bottom, I think every coach I've coached with has been a championship coach, every single one of them. And I just, like I say, honestly, I just been blessed to just be able to sit back and absorb and see what those coaches have done and see what works, what doesn't work. And I took that information, compiled it, and it went from a program to try to help our culture get restored to a book. And I never thought I'd be an author, to be honest with you. I was telling my sister this the other day. So I hate reading in 3rd grade. Like I despise, like I told my teacher, I'm not reading. Like I literally told her that in 3rd grade, I'm not reading. And she inspired me to read, got me a couple Jordan books. I was interested in volcanoes, and she just really got those books and poured into me in that way. And then my sister said, well, the 3rd grade reading level is the cycle to prison. And I was like, wow, that whole turnaround was interesting to me, for me to be a young Black author and not be in the prison system, doing reading. My 3rd grade reading experience was. So I ended up on the other end of the spectrum. So I thought that was a special, information for her to give to me.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Man,
Wow.
that's awesome.
That's tough.
That's what's up. Hey, any one of you guys got a follow-up question in terms of what Coach Mo just said?
Well, Omar was saying a little while ago about building chemistry and the mental game in the locker room and how that basically determines what comes out on the field. So to you, Coach Mo, make a connection or correlation with your book and the mental health and how that helps to build the culture.
Oh, that's a huge part. When he said it earlier, that popped up. One of the lessons out of the culture popped right in my head immediately. So it kind of fell in line. But I asked you this question offline. I said, why don't the most talented teams win every year? We just talked about all this football, this talent. Why don't the most talented teams win every year? It would make sense if, according to everybody, you got to have talent, you got to have a quarterback, you got to have this, you got to have that.
Yeah,
those guys don't win the most. It's about the culture built. If you ever listen to somebody talk about the Tom Brady culture with the Patriots, the culture he brought down in Tampa Bay, Kansas City culture, even the Cowboys culture. We might not win the championship every year, but we have a defined culture. What we bring to the table. You know who we are every year. Even if we don't win, we're relevant in that way. I use the analogy this. I use Chick-fil-A and I use KFC. You've been around the country. KFC and Chick-fil-A are exactly the same. When you go to Chick-fil-A, thank you, please, my pleasure, everywhere across the country. When you go to KFC, you always got to pull forward. They always out of chicken. They don't have this side. No matter where you go across the country.
Great analogy.
That's the culture. That's their culture that they have, good or bad. It's still the culture, and it trickles down from the top all the way through to what you display on the field or the court or wherever your expertise is.
And that's actually a great point. Thinking about the Commanders, was it 2 seasons ago when the two guys slapped each other on the sideline?
Yeah, that happens. You're talking about pain.
That's an example of can tell a whole organization just crumbling from the top down. Exactly. And now y'all fighting on the field, you never show, you don't do that so the people can see it,
Exactly.
Right.
Unwritten things. And like you say, the Commanders culture, as we now see everything that was going on behind the scenes, the culture is what it was. That's why they couldn't be consistently winning because other stuff was going on around that we weren't privy to, but it showed on the field, the inconsistencies, the quarterbacks, the problems. So it's all about the culture, everything.
Yeah, I agree.
You're absolutely right. And so let me ask you this, bro. In terms of the viewers and listeners out there, where can they find or purchase the book?
Okay, so the book is on Amazon right here, right now. You can go to Amazon right now and type in "Do It for the Culture," and it'll pop right on up. Linktree. I don't know if y'all know about Linktree, but M45 Coach at Instagram. I'm on Instagram there. If you look under my profile, you'll see the Linktree to take you right to the book. Here's an example of the book. I got it in my hands. What an amazing feeling.
Absolutely, bro.
Awesome.
Salute, bro.
That's what's up.
Appreciate it. How you do anything is how you do everything. I tell my players that all the time. I try to live it myself. I'm not without flaws, but I try to build consistencies that live through the book and that I can push on to my players because it's hard to say it and not do it.
Absolutely.
All right, so I need an autographed copy, and I need you to put a message in it, and I'll get with you offline. My seniors, I teach senior English, and they do independent reading. And I always say, if I keep teaching just the curriculum, y'all ain't gonna necessarily like that. And if you pick up a book you don't want to read, you're not gonna finish it. Exactly. So I try to give them a good choice and say, you decide what, and then when you like it, depending on if the book is large or skinny, a lot of pages, what am I trying to say? A lot of pages or whatever. I can't get my brain straight, but I'm just saying, giving them a good option. So I'll get with you online, and I want you to specifically put, not only sign it, but I want you to put a message to your younger self and a young man that could be reading it in my room. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a young man, but just we'll talk afterwards. But I
will be honored to do that because I would love. That's what the book is about too. Speaking to my younger self, speaking to the next people in the line. My goal is to prepare my players and any young man or woman that comes across my path that gives me their ear to prepare them for the next thing. What's next? Like you got to prepare today for what's next. And I just want to make sure that they're prepared, because some things that I would, you know, how you look back and say, I wish I knew yesterday what I knew today. That kind of deal. Like I don't want our young folks to have to go through that if I have the opportunity to make sure they don't.
Yeah, I love
it. And it's an easy read too.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
thank you. It's a very easy read. I try to make it an easy read for athletes, for anybody. You know, it's sectioned off in a certain kind of way. To whereas, you know, you take a section, you can take one section and learn from it and read it. It's a story behind it. It's a way to implement it. And like I said, it's just a really easy read. So you go through it, pick up the knowledge, and, you know, let me know what you think.
All right. Have you thought about your next book?
It's funny because, the young lady, Miss Tawana Smith, who's great, she helped me produce the book, and
that's what's up.
She executed that last leg of the book, and she spoke about another book already. It's called Air: Your Actions, Your Interactions, and Your Reactions. You know, I started coaching with those pillars because, you know, going back and forth with players and trying to drill stuff into them, you know, it becomes a task. It makes this a job. But when you just look at their actions, pay attention to their interactions, and watch their reactions to adversity or hard times or good times, you'll kind of get an exact formula of what they are or who they are. And that's anybody in sports or outside of that. You know, your actions, your interactions, and your reactions. So I think that'll be the next book.
I love it. Can you share with the folks all of the programs that you've coached with from HBCU, all of them? Just share them.
So I started off coaching at Indian River High School, home of Alonzo Mourning.
I heard of that.
Is that Chesapeake?
Chesapeake, Virginia. Exactly. Chesapeake, Virginia, bridge built. I like that. So, you know, so then I went to Shaw. Got my first job at Shaw down in Raleigh. I volunteered down there. So I moved from Virginia to Raleigh, got a job and volunteered with Coach Cleo Hill, who's amazing. He just won the CIAA championship again for his third time. Then I worked with ODU, had the opportunity to be with them on their staff, volunteering. They just let me in the gym. They told me you can be in the gym, and I just went there to learn and grow. I learned a lot from that whole staff. Those are amazing guys there. Got my first paid job at Harkham Junior College down up in Philadelphia.
Hey, I've actually heard of that. Yep.
Yeah, Harkham College. Like I say, they were a Final Four team a couple years before I got there, won division. Then I got a call from Virginia State, Coach Lonnie Blow, who's amazing. He's a legend. In the CIAA, Virginia, and beyond. I mean, he could hoop too back in the day. So, but Lonnie Blow. Then I went to CNU with Coach K, Coach Kokorian. They just won a national championship this past year, Division III level. So that was it was great to even have been in the same room with some of those young guys that grew up to be seniors, and I learned a lot from Coach. He's amazing. He deserves that championship. He works hard and knows his stuff. Then I went to Livingstone, another HBCU. It was my third HBCU. That was my third HBCU run. Switched over to the women's side. Coached with one of my good friends, who's now the Tuskegee head coach. She's great. We went down there, went to the semifinals after being the last place team in the division. So as a 12 seed, went to the semifinals 2 years ago. I had the pleasure of being the interim head coach this year for about half the year. So I got some head coaching experience under my belt there. Then I took the associate head coaching job out here at Young Harris, which is a Division II in the Conference Carolinas, and about Northwest Georgia. So
hell of a resume.
Yeah,
it's been a journey.
But that's one of my mottos in class is hard work and dedication. Like nothing happens overnight. You know what I'm saying? And you got seasoned from every phase, every level you were at. And that's something that's actually pretty fantastic.
Thank you. And that's what I try to display in the book. Just all those experiences compiled into one to try to help anybody, coach or player alike, to be their best performer at a high mental performance level. Absolutely.
Well, look, Coach Mo Sumner. I want to take this opportunity once again, man, to thank you for coming, to join us tonight to promote your book. And not only promote your book, just to sit back and vibe with us, man. You ain't even had to sit back and study nothing. You was just, it was like you've been a part of the show for quite some time, bro. I mean, you passed with flying colors, man. Hopefully this is the last time vibing with us, man. We'd love for you to come back on anytime soon, champ.
I appreciate it, and I would love to come back, man. This is what I do. I love to talk to people. I love to talk sports, man, and give any knowledge I can, because when I'm gone, I can't take it with me.
That's right.
Coach, make sure you don't lose Fred's number. He's a Commanders fan, a Wizards fan. He gonna need all the motivation he can get, all the positivity he can get.
I'm everything. I'm everything DC. That's right, buddy. And
January, your boy going through it.
I've been out there dealing with them Redskin fans half my life, man. So I get it, man. Well, I do want to spend some shout outs to my guys. My guy got the Joyride clothing line down in Virginia. They're doing some great things. I Am Greater Than, which is my brand. I Am Greater Than. That's the apparel brand.
Listen to that Greater Than sign. I love that logo.
Yeah, I'm a math guy. So this came to me.
Look, I can't never. I'm English. I'm not math. I'll be like, which one is greater?
Which one where? Right. Which one was more? Which one was less?
Right. Number.
Exactly. So I just want to send a shout out to everybody, my family, everybody, man. It's been a great journey. I'm actually they the ones who keep telling me that this book thing is such a big deal. I'm loving it.
It is.
I'm embracing it. So I'm trying to take it there.
Ride that wave, bro.
Yeah, I'm thinking about writing a book about my life, but that's for another. You ain't got to shake your head, old dog, man. You about to go somewhere with that, bro.
I don't mean no disrespect. You got it, Fred. You got it.
Don't do that, Fred. I'm gonna have to buy 20 copies, man. So you want to get counseling, but don't do that, man. I'm trying to keep my money in the bank, bro.
Well, look here. On that note, hey, Miss Mills, get us on out of here, honey.
Listen, thank you for joining us tonight for the No Cap Sports Show. You all got to meet my sleepyhead puppy behind me. Y'all, thanks for joining us. Coach Mo, listen, stay tuned. You got it, bruh.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
There are 4 fouls on the play.
That's why it took so long.
Running into the kicker, number 34 in the receiving team. Holding.
Authentic.